Hi guys, you know me, I'm Miss Olive. I'm making this video for my coworkers to help facilitate some communication with deaf caregivers in our daycare setting. I want to preface this video for anyone who's not my coworker watching to say I am not a certified teacher of the deaf. I have no certification in sign language interpreting. I have a background in studying American Sign Language. It's a great love and passion of mine, and I'm really making these videos not to teach the world at large about sign language, but to help my coworkers with, again, just a few phrases and situations to help facilitate communication in a daycare setting. So with that being said, I'm gonna have a few different videos of things that might be helpful. In this video, we'll talk about what to do if you're not comfortable using sign language and how to get a deaf person's attention. So if you're not comfortable using sign language, if you're comfortable using gestures, a lot of gestures are universal. Hello, goodbye, good, bad. Any deaf person is going to understand these things, and you can always use those. To say that someone's hurt, right? If you point, you make that face like you got hurt, they're going to understand. Pointing to people, point to the kid, point to yourself, point to them, whoever you're talking about. Again, those sort of universal gestures that we would use as hearing people are understood by deaf people as well. So if you're not comfortable using sign language, but you're comfortable gesturing, act it out, great. If you're not comfortable with that either, write it down. Write it on a piece of paper. Write it on your phone, get the deaf person's attention, give them like a 1 minute, let them know you got something to do, and then type it on your phone, hand your phone to them, write it on a piece of paper, hand it to them. Again, writing is a very common way for hearing people who don't know sign and deaf people to communicate. So those are some things you can do if you're not comfortable using sign language. If you are though, especially after watching these videos, that's great. How to get a deaf person's attention. Basically the same way you get a hearing person's attention, except, not the options that would use your voice. Tap them on the shoulder. Don't come up from behind them. Don't jump scare them. Think about like you would with a normal hearing person. I shouldn't say normal person. That's bad. Like you would with a hearing person. Don't come up behind them. Come up to the side, a gentle tap on the shoulder. You can also wave. Waving is a big one, right? Waving to get someone's attention, especially if you're at a bit of a distance for them. And then if you want to be extra polite, you wave, you get their attention, and then you can say, excuse me, right? Excuse me is you take your dominant hand. In sign language, the dominant hand typically does the movement, and it makes like a little right angle. Your non-dominant hand is flat, and you just brush gently towards yourself, right? Sign language is directional, but I'm not going to get into all that. But doing it outwards would be excuse you. Doing it towards yourself is excuse me. So we have to get the attention, excuse me, and then maybe you don't feel comfortable saying the rest of it, so you type it up on your phone and hand it to them. So again, use gestures, use writing, a tap on the shoulder, again, from the side, or some sort of wave to get their attention, and then like, hey, excuse me, and then communicate whatever you need to communicate. I hope that helps as a start. And again, in the other videos, I'm going to cover a few, small phrases that will help facilitate communication.